Okay, Coach. Well, we are about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the New York Jets. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway.
Come on, fellas.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's a give to Fournette. And not a whole lot doing there, so he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Hey, you got to get moving, man. Man, moving. You got to get that.
Working out of the gun, Mariota. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. They were looking for Johnson that time. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Mike 27, Mike 27. Red 80. Hey, check Mike 27. Five. Watch the slant. Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 27. Red 80. Hey, check Mike 27, check Mike 27. Here we go.
After the interception, here's Darnold. Forced out to his left. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. To throw is Darnold. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And the magnitude of this game, everybody knows it. The fans, obviously the players and coaches. It's just within the palpable buzz right now. They know they control their own destiny.
Win, and you're in. And I think every player wants that. I think every coach wants that. I haven't been an organization yet that wants to be in a game where they have to rely on other teams to get them to their goals. In this situation, it's very cut and dry. Win, and you're in the playoffs. That's their mission. That's their challenge. And you know they've chosen to accept it.
And what they told us is this has been the most focused week of practice we've had all year. You wouldn't expect any different.
Yeah, and you know, at the beginning of the season, you have multiple goals. They just have one now. Win the game.
On 2nd and 9, Mariota. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith.
Mike. 53 is the Mike.
Mariota on 3rd and 2. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
Hey, check. Showing up.
Mariota on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Mariota to throw it. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield, a really nice pickup.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down.
Check nickel. 61.
Now Leonard Fournette. And an alley to run. And he's got this down to the 35. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career, and Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, as the defense rallies quickly after the nice move. Matt Judon there to bring him down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
It's our field.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. A handoff to Fournette. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Ready? Blue line. Mike, 44. And let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here. Kill. 36. Crunch.
They keep it with Fournette on first down. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Fournette running out of the gun. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
We're scoreless after 1. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal.
Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. 49, check 49, check 49. Check.
They'll try to punch it in with Fournette, and he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Leonard Fournette, touchdown number 18 on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Bullock good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Bell running on first down, but he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Tackle made there by Jabril Peppers. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Darnold got a man open. It's Ross. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Hey, Alpha. Switch.
Darnold will throw it on 3rd and 1. Caught here by Bell. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the 27. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
And he couldn't get rid of the football, trying to buy a little time, but he'll just tuck it and go down.
I'll tell you who was excited by that play, and that was the defensive front. They didn't need any additional help. They got to him in a hurry. And right there, he had to make a big-time decision. I think he made the right one. Protect the football, then protect yourself.
Maybe not necessarily in that order.
He will never admit to that, but he's probably been about himself first.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. And he'll give it here to his running back. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Give him 4 on the carry there, but that only takes him back to where they started. 3rd and 10.
Your trip is here, baby. Your trip is here. Check 26, check 26. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Check 1, 1. Check. 1, 1, 1. Check. Motion to backfield.
A shotgun give to Fournette. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnover. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Charlie. Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Yo.
Darnold now to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
Hey, high 7. Hey, alert. Mike's 50, Mike's 50. It's coming this way. Here we go.
Here's Darnold. And the pressure gets to him again.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Darnold from the gun. Going deep downfield for Ross. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. We don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right?
Mike.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
40. Blue 18. One. Alert flare. Zoom, fellas. Let's go. 44 is the mic. 44 is the mic. Time to go. Night. Fofo's the mic.
Mariota now to throw on first down. Complete. It's Johnson. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Kerryon Johnson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead.
And that's another route that defenders would vote to take out of the game.
The wheel route?
Oh, without a doubt. You're just trying to move everybody in one direction. And whether it's a running back or another receiver, as they zip out on the sideline, you've got a problem on your hands.
Yeah, well, the defenders hate it there. It happened, and it resulted in a touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Darnold. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Outside. Red 80. Let's go, baby. Hey, wahoo.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Darnold. And connecting here with DJ Shark. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Here we go. Mike 50. Here we go. Red 80. Mike 50.
From the 50, it's Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get to field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you call multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
Focus, defense, focus. Check 31, check 31.
Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes this forward for about 6. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Six yards on that last play. Here's second and 4.
Mike 53. Hey, watch the slant. He's crashing. One. Under 10. Under 10. 10. One. You got tight. You got tight right there.
Mariota. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Quentin Williams make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Here's second and 7 now from the 28. Darnold. Wesco, the tight end, making the catch. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
We're pretty quiet. Hey, no, look, we got Mike 50. Mike 50, huh? You don't want none, baby. Hey, you don't want to see me.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. That's complete. It's Bell. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
Now Edwards to kick as he sends it away. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Bengals drive about to get going. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Blue 18. Check. Bandit. One. Undercrush. 3. 44 is the mic.
On 3rd down, Mariota. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Trying to get it to Landry there. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And this is going to be intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it. And sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
57's the mic.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
It's a party now. One. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Check. Hey, alert 3.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
40. 44. 3. Check 15. One. Go now. 44 is the mark.
False false start's going to push him back, but these days, how hard must it be to be an offensive lineman?
It's very hard, Brandon. You've got defensive linemen flinching, trying to draw you offside. You've got the loud crowds, and there are just so many super athletic players on defense now that you have to deal with each week. But through it all, these guys just sit in there for 4 quarters and slug it out.
Now, after the false start, they need 8 yards here on 3rd down.
Mike Foco. You remember me? You remember me? One. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And the catch made by Johnson. 7 yards on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. They'll go with a big bang for it. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll run with Fournette. And shutting him off, now open field. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And DP goes into Jets territory before being taken down. A big run by the big man Fournette. 57 yards on the ground. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Johnson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Again, it's Johnson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Now a handoff. Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll look to run with Freeman. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Royce Freeman, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
This one taken from the 7th. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches in.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Now they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here. After 1st and 2nd down went backwards, it's 3rd and very long. The shotgun snap for Darnold. And it's caught by Herndon. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down.
But it leads to 4th down.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Topper!
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. And this is incomplete. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Fournette. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
This is caught, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Tyler Boyd. His 5th touchdown now on the year. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. Here's Bullock now for the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Darnold. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
The Jets on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw, Darnold. Flush to his right. And my goodness, another interception. Trey Flowers picks it, and he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he can get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
Here we go.
After the penalty, here's Freeman. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it. Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on. One.
Again, it'll be Freeman. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Hey, watch edge, watch edge. 3.
They'll try and run. Freeman. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only able to pick up a yard, and that's going to leave him with a long 4th and goal.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Now Darnold. Open man is Robbie Anderson. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A first down there on a pickup of 25. They go play action here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. Caught by his tight end, Wesco. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And he is going to be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bengals 32.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Check Mike, 27. Check Mike. Smooth.
To throw is Darnold. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Bell. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches. And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. On the ground with his tight end. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. They only get a hard-fought yard, but that's all they needed. It pays off the decision to go for it, 1st and goal.
80 weapon. Check 20. 80. Check out.
Now Bell. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Now Darnold on 3rd and goal. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. To try here for the extra point. And he's got it as the score is now 31-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This is taken at his 4.
Let's go. First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This is the type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for Cincinnati, the win means they'll finish in double digits at 10-6. And that is maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but a better-than-average season nonetheless. Meanwhile, for the Jets, this loss will mean they finish the season right at 500 at 8-8. But they've got better days in their future. Of that, you can be sure. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.